John Kennedy and Franklin Roosevelt both said to us, country over party. And that's why so many Democrats like Hartford are all voting for Chris Gibson. Now, Chris, one great thing about Chris we all know, he has always put country first. When he was 17 years old, he asked his family for permission to join the United States Army. He signed up at 17, and after 24 years in the Army, he was a colonel in the 82nd Airborne Division. You can't do better than that. In those 24 years, he served 4 combat tours in Iraq, won 4 Bronze Stars, and Purple Heart for his wounds, and that's the kind of American we need in Congress. Chris, of course, is a lifelong resident of Kinderhook, not of Canada, let me say. I wonder how many Canadians really know where Kinderhook is, by the way, or how to spell it. He is also a lifelong, well, he's had a wonderful, as you know, 18-year marriage to Mary Jo. Now, Mary Jo is one of the few people we can really say is even better than Chris. She's too good for it. And they have 3 wonderful children, which also gives you a healthy outlook on the future. Now, in Congress, of course, Chris has led the way on things that are critical to our district, especially related to small farms and produce. He was a leader in putting together a farm bill which for the first time recognized the importance of the small farms of the Northeast, not just the giant farming businesses of the Midwest. Chris put that farm bill together and worked on it for 2 years, and God bless him for helping all of our farming communities. He also has been a leader in fighting Lyme disease and in storm relief and many other issues. For example, what other congressman has given every year his hard-earned, and I mean hard-earned military pension, all of it back to the federal government to do his bit to pay down the national debt? Who else does that kind of thing? Now, as a Democrat, I'm allowed to speak about any Democratic candidate. And I won't mention his name, which I forgot this morning, but I will say just 1 or 2 things. It's very hard for us in this district who have had great Democratic leaders like Franklin Roosevelt and even other great congressmen like Hamilton Fish to be asked to support a 27-year-old recent Canadian who moved into our district supported by his husband's vast money, and our district is not for sale, ladies and gentlemen. And the 19th Congressional District will never be for sale, and we are blessed to have one of the greatest American legislators in Chris Gibson. So I'm asking you all now, in the last 4 weeks of the campaign, to do everything you can with your friends and your associates to get them to recognize what we all must do to help Chris be returned to Congress with a great majority. God bless it. Now I would like to, we have, by the way, many Democrats here, many Republicans, and many independent voters. So it's a great coalition. And I would like now to ask Holly Tanner, who is the clerk of Columbia County and a very hard-working woman who understands the problems of our district, to speak to you all. Holly?
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. I can hold this, but can I get a woman for Congress up here to take this sign? Here, ma'am. Will you hold this for me? Thank you so much, and I will hold this. All right, can you all hear me? Why are we here, folks? Chris Gibson! Woo! That's right. I'm proud to be a woman for Congressman Gibson. You know, I see the ads on TV, and they couldn't be more false. We all know where Chris stands on so many of these issues, and certainly I support Chris not only as a woman, but as a Columbia County resident. Chris is from where, folks? Where is Chris from? Kinderhook? Woo! Columbia County. He's from this district. I support him as a New Yorker. That's right, I heard that. I support him as a New Yorker, and I support him as an American. He's a serviceman. He supported our country. He served our country well. Why are we here, folks? Let's see those signs. Who are we here for? I say Congressman, you say Gibson. Congressman! Gibson! Congressman! Gibson! Why are we here, folks? Gibson! Woo! That's right. Let's see those signs, folks. Farmers for Gibson. Repeal the SAFE Act. Absolutely. We all know Chris is a strong supporter of Second Amendments. That's right. Our hometown congressman right there, concerned plat and kill conservatives, support the Republican candidates. That's right. Woo! Where's some of those other signs out there, folks? Protect our freedoms, right, Peg Keegan? Who knows better how to protect our freedoms than Colonel Chris Gibson, our congressman, Chris Gibson, the congressman from Kinderhook. That's right. What does that one say? He works with all of us. That's right. Chris Gibson for America. We want it back. I've been given the hook, but you know, I want to thank everyone for coming out. Don't lose your motivation, folks. Let's keep it up for Chris Gibson. Let me hear it one more time.
Our next speaker is Albert Ames of Dutchess County. Albert, come up here and give it to them.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's hard to follow that, ladies and gentlemen. It's very hard to follow that. You know what? I grew up in Dutchess County. That's where I'm from, Hyde Park. And I went to school in New Paltz of all places, and I studied government and national relations. And I tell you what, Chris Gibson is probably by far the most knowledgeable man on the Constitution in our Congress right now. I tell you what, one day he came to the... There you go, yeah! One day he came to the New York State Young Republicans event in Albany, okay? He took time out of his day, an hour out of his day, to sit with us and talk about the issues facing our nation. And I'm telling you, honest to God, he quoted every single amendment in the Constitution pertaining to the events we're speaking of. My goodness, gentlemen, I would love to have a question and answer session between Sean Eldridge and Chris Gibson. Who knows the Constitution better? And I can tell you, by far, it's going to be Chris Gibson. By far, it's got to be Chris Gibson. Ladies and gentlemen, we know who is the best candidate in this election. We know who knows us. We know who's been there by our side. We know who knows how to work across the aisle to get things done. It's going to be Chris Gibson this November, and Chris Gibson the next time around. Let's hear it for Chris Gibson!
Thank you very much. The rally will be in only a few minutes, and we'll all be going inside. Thank you for coming, and let's do all we can in the next 4 weeks.
Yeah.